God bless you. So how does this work then? You all signed up for tickets and then they told you to come along? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's all. And did you reserve where you sat? You want front row? No? You just turned up at what, like 3 o'clock or something and just went front row centre? I think I've seen you in my garden, mate. That is pretty eager. It's weird reserve seating. I mean, you've done well here, just first come, first serve. But reserve seating can backfire, I think, in this country. I went up to the Edinburgh Festival a couple of years ago. Anyone been up to the Edinburgh Festival? It's great fun. I went up to the Edinburgh Festival to see a mate of mine in a show, another comic, a guy called Jason Cook, who lives up near me in Manchester. And he's only in a little room, a little 40-seater room, and me and my brother have turned up, and there's only 2 seats left. One of them had a reserve sticker on, one of them didn't. So I've said to my brother, right, come on, we'll have to sit here. You have the reserve one, because I booked the seat, so you can take the risk. He's a bit nervous about it. 5 minutes into the show, he's checking the door. You know, half an hour into the show, he's starting to grow in confidence. You know, that sort of squatters' rights. You know what I mean? You're like, if anyone comes now, I will fight for this seat. Like, 5 minutes before the end of the show, we both forgot it was ever a reserved seat in the first place. Until the comic says on stage, he says, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my show. He says, before I go, I would like to dedicate tonight's performance to my dad. This gets worse, right? Because I'd like to dedicate tonight's performance to my dad. He said he passed away 6 months ago, and the last show he ever came to see was in this very room. So, honestly, he's proper crying and everything. It was awful. He says, as a mark of respect, I'd like to keep the seat that he was sat in that night reserved. And a hush fell over the audience, a real silence. You couldn't hear anything. Obviously, I could hear my brother's arse going, you know, and then a little light came on to show everybody which seat it was. It was all darkness apart from my brother just sat there like that. Was that amazing away like, you lousy bastard, I can't believe you sat in a dead man's seat. My brother's a laugh. Not the brightest. I remember we were playing football once. He opened up a brand new pair of shin pads, looked dead disappointed. I said, what's up with you? He said, I've just bought these from the shop the other day. He said, just open them now. One's a large, one's a regular. I said, I think that's left and right, mate. I don't think they would sell them like that. His wife is a teacher, and primary school teacher, and he come home the other week and he said to me, have you heard what's going on at her school? I said, no. He says, they've got this new thing, it's called 2 stars and a wish, or sandwich punishment. I said, sandwich punishment? I don't understand what this is. He says, well, basically, you can't just tell a kid off anymore. You've got to give him a compliment either side of the negative, so he doesn't go away feeling bad about himself. That's true. That's a real thing. And you wonder why the country's on his arse. This is people rioting and looting. Oi, put that telly down, you little bastard! Although it is one of the top brands, so good choice. Anyway, I said, I don't really understand. What do you mean? Give us an example. I did understand. I just know he's not very good at examples. So he says, well, you get the kid and you go, right, you good at colouring in. I'll give you that. But you're a little shit. He was a bit of a pause and he went, but your mum's quite fit. So I don't think that's come down from Ofsted to you. They're the things that help comics, you know, having a funny family, those sort of things help comics. The other thing that helps a comic is the comedy gods. You don't know about the comedy gods if you're not a comedian, but the comedy gods, they float around all theatres helping us out when we get ourselves in a jam. Sometimes you'll get a heckle and the comedy gods help us out. What they do is they plant an idea, a little thing in your brain. It goes past that little filter, you know, the filter that says, should I say this out loud to a load of strangers? And then it comes straight out your mouth. The first time you hear it is the first time you hear it. And I remember, I've got in trouble those times. I remember getting in, I was doing a gig in Liverpool. I was the first gig, yeah, that's right. You don't come out of this very well, to be honest, love. I was doing a gig in Liverpool, and it's a great city. It is a great city. It's really fun, right? But early on, it's a hard place to play. And I was 17 when I first started stand-up, all fresh-faced, not even shaving. And I've walked out onto the stage. There's only 7 people in the audience. And one of them decided to heckle. I've gone onto the stage all ready to make them laugh, and a bloke goes, where's your pubic hair? I crumbled. I don't know if anyone's been heckled at work. It's not nice. I could feel tears welling up in my eyes on stage. And all of a sudden, I heard my voice. And the first time I heard my voice, I thought, oh, I know that voice. Oh, shit, it's mine. That was the first thought I had. He went, where's your pubic hair? And I heard myself just say, in your wife's teeth. Right now. I don't know where it came from. I'll tell you something. You're laughing more than they did. I've still not been paid. That was a tough night, man. I remember looking out, I was in Dudley another time. I was looking in Dudley one, and I was, we go to all the great places, and I was looking down Dudley's one of my most favourite places in the country. About 4 years ago in Dudley, there was a front page news, right, that Dudley was the UFO hotspot of the UK. And they interviewed this woman who said the best thing I've ever read in my life. This is what she said, word for word. She went, I was looking out the window. She wasn't very good at the accent either. Right? She goes, I was looking out the window, and I saw a Dorito-shaped object in the sky. Just think about that for a second. A Dorito-shaped object in the sky. I thought to myself, who, right, when describing shapes, right, whose brain gets to Dorito before it gets to triangle? Who is that? What's that on there? That's someone who's seen more Doritos than triangles, that's it. I was in Dublin recently and a woman come up to the airport. She went, oh my God, it's you. I said, what? She went, I can't believe it's you off the telly. I said, all right. She went, me mammy's a massive fan of you. I said, oh, I love it. Do you mind if I ring her? I went, no, of course. Mammy, you'll never guess who's here. It's only Tyrone from Coronation Street. I still signed the autograph and that, but just felt wrong. We've got